Oh, hello, Mrs. Davidson. How are you?
Lizzie, what a pleasant surprise. I hear you've settled into Sid's house very nicely.
Yes, there's a garden and everything. And now that I've sorted things out, I won't have any more problems.
Problems, Lizzie? I hope you're not in any trouble.
Not anymore, I'm not. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix things once and for all. I'll see you later, eh, Mrs. Davidson? Hanging on the wall. 10 green bottles hanging on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there be 9 green bottles hanging on the wall.
Ah, there you are.
Trying to scare me to death again, are you? Well, you're wasting your time.
Yes, well, speaking of time, you're just about to run out. I want to know what you're going to do.
That's for me to know and you to find out.
But don't play games with me. I want a straight answer.
I'll tell you when I'm good and ready. Don't you worry, you'll find out soon enough what I'm gonna do. In fact, you may find out sooner than you think.
What are you up to now?
Never you mind, I'll keep in touch. And if you'll excuse me, I've got something very important to do. One green bottle hanging on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall.
Come on, I tell you it's important.
Look, I've done all I'm going to do. Swallowed that rotten gunk sister gave me. I've been throwing up for an hour. Look, Sandy, just leave me alone.
It was worth it, you'll see.
But I feel terrible. Couldn't even eat my lunch.
Where's your sense of adventure? We put one over on the screws, didn't we?
How do you figure that? The whole thing was a stuff-up. We didn't get a thing out of it.
You've got to learn to trust your Auntie Sandy.
What are you doing?
Take a look.
Cunning bugger. I'd never thought of looking there.
Neither did they. I told you I'd get them, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, but when they said you had to be stripped and everything, I thought you'd miss out.
Barry's an amateur.
Struth. What are you going to do with them? Sell them?
Drugs are for fools and pushers are worse. Remember that.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking. Who are they for, then?
B. Smith. She really needs them.
B? Well, what are you going to give them to B for?
What kind of question's that? You've known B for years. Do you want to see her in pain?
That's not the point. She's not top dog anymore, you are. And top dogs don't go around helping one another.
That's just where you're wrong. As long as they're on the level with me, I'll always play straight and fair by them. I'd much rather have them trust me than have to use strong-arm tactics.
But B's just not the type that you can go around
B
doing...
can't hurt me anymore. I can afford to be generous.
Suppose you know what you're doing. But if I was top dog...
Well, you're not, so don't go getting any ideas. I'm not stupid, Hazel. I'm tying up all the loose ends. In fact, even the governor's prepared to play ball with me.
Mrs. Davidson?
Yeah. We're going to get back all the stuff that was confiscated yesterday. She told me so herself. Now do I know what I'm doing?
You sure do.
Yes, well, that would seem to work. The union won't object.
No, I don't see why. It's the same number of hours. Of course, having Meg back will make all the difference. Ease the strain a bit.
Yes, thank goodness.
Well, I doubt whether Colleen Powell would second that. I think she resents Meg.
Oh, really? Well, how was her attitude towards you? Did she cooperate?
No, not entirely. No, I hate to say this about her, but I think she's her own worst enemy. She's so power-hungry, she doesn't care who she tramples to get away.
Well, that's a pity. I did have high hopes for her when Vera left, but apparently she hasn't lived up to expectations.
No. Still, on the credit side, there's Janet Conway.
Yes, I believe she had some trouble settling in.
Yeah, she got up to a pretty shaky start, but I think she's over it now. I think with a bit of experience, she'll make a very good officer.
I'm certain she will. In view of her past, she must have had some difficulty adapting a position of authority, particularly as she'd spent some time here as an inmate. Still...
Inmate? What are you talking about?
Well, some years ago, she spent time here as a remand prisoner. Of course, she was innocent and subsequently acquitted, but... Well, surely you must have known, Jim. It's in the department records.
No, Mrs. Davidson, I didn't know. Nobody bothered to tell me.
You do understand, love. I have to. Hello. This is Elizabeth Birdsworth. I've made up me mind. Yeah. Come over and I'll tell you. He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too, when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too, when morning comes around.